then let's move to the spread here that we have for game 4, dancing around 6.5 here, Proppy. I have a feeling I know where you're going with this, but for starters, are you shocked with the spread that we do have right now, and what's your play on it?
I mean, if you're going to give me the home team getting 6 points, I just have to go with the Pacers here. I mean, I know I'm at risk of sounding like a broken record here, but this is a team that's had a tremendous home court advantage, not just in the playoffs, but this is carried over from the regular season. And again, Oklahoma City, while they had a dominant season, they've been very good in the playoffs. I'd say a step below or a notch below dominant, in my opinion. They haven't been the same team on the road. I believe they're now 4-4, if I'm not mistaken, in the playoffs on the road. So you've got a great home team facing a team that does not play the same way they do outside of OKC. So again, if you're going to spot 6 points to this Pacers team that's tremendously well coached, that has depth, they have a myriad of contributors, they have a tremendous floor general and Tyrese Halliburton. They have a bevy of guys capable of stepping up and scoring. I will take that all day long.
I need to see you get to one of these games, Proppy. You belong there in full uniform, the way you have rallied behind this team and this city. Mike, I don't think you necessarily disagree with a lot of what he was saying here, but it looks like you're kind of isolating that first quarter here.
Yeah, going to isolate the first quarter. If you're the Thunder, I think in that locker room, they still collectively believe that they are the better team and should be favored. But it really comes down to the key number. You're getting this under a full possession in the opening quarter. It also, for me, is a little bit about the rotations and the way these teams play. When you talk about what they do with SGA, he's going to play all 12 minutes. That's a given for me. You see Halliburton typically get subbed. Indiana goes a little deeper, a little quicker and earlier. I think that it gives an effort for Oklahoma City to just simply put a focused effort out there and clean things up a little bit. I think they have a nice start again. And I think this number should be a full 3. The fact that it's not, give me Oklahoma City in the first quarter.
I think that might be one of my, you know what? I might go crazy and put these together, because both of these can hit, and I think there's a very good chance both of them do. All right, let's talk about the total here a little bit. You can go team total as well, but we've seen this total move down, 228.5. Last game moves down to 225.5 after we scored basically around 223. How do you guys feel about this now? Typically later in series, Proppy, you want to go towards the under in the defense. Do you think that's what we're getting here in Indiana?
I do. I think obviously these teams, they're very acquainted with each other now. They started to become very familiar with both styles of play, both teams, what they want to do on the court. And again, as the series progresses, it becomes more and more physical. Possessions go longer. In the second half of games as well, we just see things slow down a bit. So I just think we've reached that stage of the series where it's become, very important every single possession. So again, this is more of a lean than something I have a tremendous amount of confidence in, but I will go under on the game total of 225 points.
Mike, are we aligned here in this situation?
Yeah, we're aligned. When we talked about before last game at 228.5, liked it, but speculated we would see this down to 224. I think 223, 224 is the right number. When you look at everything here, though, the thing that stands out to me is how this last game was a little bit lower scoring, went under in that spot. That was with 19 turnovers from Oklahoma City, generating quite a few points that were not necessarily free points, but certainly points that are going to be a little more difficult to come by. So I think Oklahoma City, again, makes the adjustments defensively. And ultimately, I think we just get a tight, competitive game that goes under this number.
All right, despite liking the under here, and I'm not here to hate on this, I also took this prop last night, little Tyrese Halliburton over here. But Mike, you like him again in this game, back in Indiana. Now we see his points prop go from 17.5 to 18.5, but you're still feeling comfortable there?
I am, yeah. I thought the number should still be 19.5 when the games are played in Indiana. And the thing that I've maybe been a little wrong about still is we still haven't seen Tyrese Halliburton get to the free throw line. And I think at some point it's going to happen, right? And once it does, I think this number is just a little soft. The other thing that I think we should keep in mind here, again, we all played it at 17.5. I thought it should be 19.5. He surpassed that number while having his teammate off the bench, Benedict Mathurin, be the top scorer in the game. I just think that the only paths for more usage and more shot attempts and more scoring for Tyrese Halliburton the deeper that this series goes.
Fair enough. And PropStarz, I didn't leave you too much time here, but I know you like Jalen Williams here under his PRA, and PropStarz, obviously, name implied, is always hitting those. Love to see you fading an OKC guy with your Pacers plays.